Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, March 17th, and we're going to have a quick shot of some wintry weather this morning into the afternoon hours, and we could see some areas pick up a quick couple of inches of snow. So the headlines be a snowy, sloppy, slippery, slushy Friday, and again, Sunday looks good though for the weekend, but until then looks like a chance of some snow this morning. That'll change over to maybe a little period during the mid-morning to late morning hours of maybe a little bit of freezing rain, but best bet is we go from snow to just a little bit of light rain, and then I think we'll see a mixture of rain and snow showers into Saturday. And Sunday right now again looks pretty nice with lots of sunshine, temperatures warming into the 40s, and we may be in the 50s on Monday, but with that warm air will come some more precipitation at that time. You can see over the next 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 days looks like we're going to be a little bit below normal with above normal precipitation. So again, we'll have more opportunities for some of the sloppy type late winter weather. If we look at the next map, you can see this is the winter wheat areas that are under drought. And again, the most severely affected areas are western portions of Kansas, eastern portions of Colorado, where some of the major wheat growing areas are out there. Right now, 24% of the nation's wheat crop is in a drought situation. But here in Michigan, you can see we're in just fine shape, and you can see some of the more significant wheat growing areas across the Saginaw Valley and the Thumb area. If we look at the normals for the day, our normal high is 42, the normal low is 23, and you can see once again we start about a 5-day stretch in 2012 where we had record high temperatures, so it was an incredible stretch which saw the entire month over 13 degrees per day above normal, and I don't think I've ever seen a departure that high or that low in my lifetime. I'd have to go back and look at some of the records. I'm sure there may be, but that was quite a once in a lifetime March, to be sure. If we look at the next shot, you can see the warmest and coldest temperatures across the U.S. on Thursday. 96 degrees at Thermal, California, day 5 in a row of the warmest temperatures in the country. Also joined by Death Valley, and the cold spot 11 below zero at Mount Washington, New Hampshire. And if we look at conditions around the MAC area yesterday, you can see temperatures mainly in the upper 30s to around the low 40s. And again, it's a very mild day out there, near normal actually. And even over in Sandusky, they had a high of 37 and a low of 17 with no precipitation there. You can see just about 5.5 degrees per day below normal for the month so far. So a rather chilly March continues. And this is a webcam shot Wednesday afternoon at Sandusky Junior Senior High School, where we have a affiliated weather station there that sends data to our network and uploads it to their website. And again, you can see this was expected to be quite a bit snowier, as lake effect advisories were in effect across the 3 northern Thumb lakeshore counties. But again, no lake effect really developed. So much like our area, very little snow on the ground. And as of this morning, the snow is all melted across much of the area. If we look at conditions around the area this morning, you can see temperatures mainly in the mid-20s across the area. We've moved the green line a little bit farther south for locally 1 to 2 inches, possibly some of the heavier areas that get snow this morning could see locally 3 inches, but I think about an inch or two south of this line, maybe a trace to an inch. But again, this will be a very quick hitting system, and by this evening, much of the activity will be very scattered and light. And again, it'll change over to a mixture of rain and snow here as we get into the afternoon hours. But again, a very quick burst of some locally moderate to heavy snow, so visibilities could be reduced. So do be careful out there this morning on the roadways as that snow begins to move into the area. If we look at the radar this morning, you can see some of the heavier bands within this warm front that's going to be moving in. Some of that very heavy precipitation, probably in the form of some freezing rain or sleet there. Out ahead of it, though, a pretty good quick burst of heavy snow. So again, snowfall rates could be about 1 to 2 inches an hour. Fortunately, it won't last that long. But again, it could be some pretty slippery conditions out there this morning. You can see on the satellite view this morning that area that's moving off to the east. You can see it's progressing rather nicely, so the heavier bands of precipitation will only last maybe an hour to 3 hours, with lighter amounts around that main band as it pushes through. If we look at the weather map this morning, you see low pressure system in Iowa is going to move right over lower Michigan by tomorrow morning, spreading some of that mixed precipitation or snow to the area. And again, by Saturday and Sunday, it'll move off to the east. And then we'll look at our next weather system that'll come in for Monday into, or late Sunday night into Monday, that could bring some more mixed precipitation or rain, probably more likely in the form of rain. I just don't think the temperature is going to be cold enough to support snow. If it did, it would be on the very leading edge and probably change over to rain quite quickly. Even some pretty good thunderstorms off to our southwest as the next air mass comes in, more of a zonal flow. So behind this system, there just won't be any cold air coming in behind this, and we'll see temperatures again Monday possibly into the low 50s. And if we look at precipitation over the next 7 days, you can see this will be over the next 48 hours, mainly around a quarter to a third of a minute, so that's bumped up just a little bit. And as far as snowfall, you can see the potential for at least 2 inches of snow is about 40 to 50% once you get up towards the Saginaw Valley over into Thumb and from there north. So again, it looks like the heaviest precipitation or snowfall amounts will be across the further north and east you go, with lesser amounts as you head to the south and west. But again, I think most areas will see a trace to an inch. But again, in this area from around Muskegon over towards Ann Arbor, I think from there to the north, there's a pretty good shot of about 1 to 2 inches of snow. And as far as weather watch this morning, the main show will be this warm front moving in with some winter weather advisories for parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and southwest lower Michigan across northern Indiana and Ohio, and freeze warnings off to the south. So not a real active morning out there, but be careful out there driving, as there could be some pretty slippery spots as that snow could come down briefly heavy at times today. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.